Welcome to Bisbee, Arizona and the Old Bisbee Ghost Tour. My name is Bill and I'm going to be your ghost host and your guide for this little supernatural adventure. Do you believe in ghosts? Well, I'm sure at the conclusion of this tour, your opinion may change. Are you ready? Let's go. In this part of the tour, we're going to start here at the Bisbee City Park, which is right here behind me. You can see the big amphitheater here. The park was commemorated in May of 1916. And believe it or not, before this became the park, this was the Bisbee City Cemetery. As all of you may know, Bisbee came into existence way back in the 1880s when they discovered gold here and copper. In the beginning, this was kind of on the outskirts of town. So they thought nothing about burying their dead here. But over time, as they experienced more and more floods and more people moved into this neighborhood, they determined that this spot was an inappropriate place to bury their dead. In particular, there's a story about a little girl who used to live in this town, and she would come to the park in the daytime, and she claimed that she had a lot of friends that she would play with here. Sometimes people would accompany her on these little visits. She'd be pointing the friends out to her, and they'd look and they'd say, "We don't see anybody." And the grown-ups, some of them probably went to Psychology 101 in college, they thought they were just imaginary friends. Well, it turns out that that little girl was actually visiting some of these spirits of the children that died here way back in the early days of the city. Back in the 1880s and 1890s, typhoid was a very serious phenomenon here in Bisbee, and children would just die. The parents were poor. They would just come to the cemetery, more or less bury them in little plots of ground in what you might call paupers' graves. But that little girl is no longer a little girl. She lives here in Bisbee, and if you run into her, she can still tell you about some of the spirits that she used to commune with back in the day. It's my understanding that she no longer has the ability to see and talk with these spirits, but she sure does remember the ones that she communicated with way back 12 years ago. Now, I could tell you a lot more stories about this park, but this is not the 10-hour tour. Thank you for listening to me, and enjoy the rest of your time here in Bisbee.